Okay guys, I just wanted to show you when I'm making cake pops, I like to take off the kind of crust layer and get to the nice soft middle. So I just cut the tops off and then cut the sides and then flip it over and cut the bottom, and then here's what's left. So I'm going to take this, let it cool down completely, crumble it up, and then you're going to add just enough frosting to get it to stick. And I'll show you how to do that next after it cools down a little while. So I've cut off the sides of my and the top of my cake, and now I'm just kind of cutting off the bottom crumb layer, and I'm going to put that aside and make something else with it. And you just want to get most of it off so that your cake pops stay soft. That's pretty good. And then I'm just going to go through and just kind of crumble this up. You don't want to add the frosting until it's completely cooled off, because it'll melt and be not the consistency that you want. And then I will come back, add some frosting, and then just start making the cake balls. So I've gone and just put this in a bigger bowl. I'm just going to add some frosting and then just mix it with my hand. You're just looking for you don't want it to get really like moist, and you just want it to where it's starting to stick together. This is just something you gotta kind of practice with. Maybe make it and test it out on a couple before you do like the whole thing, just to see if it stays together. Took me a few times to perfect it to where the cake pop stick will stay in there and there won't be any cracks in the dough. So you can see how it's starting to grab better. I'm just going to do a tiny bit more, but you don't really want to go much more. I'm just using a homemade cream cheese frosting. You could also use the ones without the cream cheese, just butter and sugar and all that, and then it might even be like stiffer, but I like the cream cheese. So this is about the consistency that you want to see. And all you're gonna do is take these, you're gonna do about a tablespoon and a half. And this is what you want it looking like. So from here, you're just gonna stick these in the refrigerator for 5-10 minutes. And then you can melt your chocolate, and you're gonna insert the popsicle sticks. You don't wanna make them too big, because then they have the potential of just being heavy and falling off the stick. What you're really looking for is just a nice smooth, no cracks kind of thing here. Okay, so we've gotten our cake balls all rounded up. They've been sitting in the fridge. I actually left them overnight because I got busy. I got some white chocolate. These are the white chocolate ones, and you can see that it has the vegetable oil, the different oils like that, so these don't actually have to be tempered. The dark chocolate that I'm going to use is from Wilton's, and these ones have the cocoa butter in them, so they do have to be tempered. The other things that you're going to need is your cake top sticks. You're going to want some sprinkles if you want to decorate. So on the food coloring, you don't want to use anything water-based because it will seize up your chocolate. I probably won't use color today unless I just pipe it out for decoration. On top of my already dipped things. You can also package them up with your bags and ties. The other thing that I like to have is my cake pop stand, so that when they're drying they can just sit on there and stand straight up. You can also use a piece of foam or cardboard if you want. I'm gonna go ahead and microwave these. You do 30 seconds and then another 30 seconds and then you go down to 10. I'm gonna do one at a time here. I'll start with the white chocolate. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of like re-roll these a little bit now that they've been sitting, and just kind of make sure there's no cracks in them. So you're gonna take your stick and you're going to stick it in the chocolate, and then you're gonna put it in your cake ball, and then you're gonna put the cake balls back in the refrigerator. You're wanting to kind of twist it as you go, and you want it halfway in there, enough to where it will hold. Then you're gonna put that back in the refrigerator and let those harden up for a while. Okay, so I'm just gonna stick these into the refrigerator. Okay, so my best advice to you is to make this deep enough to where you can actually dip it all the way in, and you don't want your chocolate super hot. You want it to be where it's not just gonna like go right off of your cake pop. We're gonna do another one here, all the way in. Oh, that one's beautiful. Some people like to add like coconut oil or flow flakes, but I find that this works just fine. And then decorate. Do a little silver here. I like to kind of put some of mine out in a bowl so that I can pick up as much as I want, so it doesn't get all crazy. Okay, one last time for your viewing pleasure. And it's that easy, guys. Okay, so now I'm just gonna add these fun little sprinkles. Boop, 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 boop. Ta-da! If your chocolate starts hardening up on you, you can always bust out your blow dryer and just warm it up with the blow dryer instead of microwaving it again. That way you're not burning your chocolate. Okay, like normally I would use a piping bag, but I'm just gonna quickly show you an alternative to decorating. You kind of wanna just make sure you get the right drizzle that you want. And then you can just drizzle your cake pop. A piping bag is definitely a lot easier, but so I do have like some leftover chocolate. You can either keep it in here and remelt it, or you can make something out of it. I'm gonna make like some bark sprinkles. And then you can take this and like use it as like cake decoration or something like that. We'll make like a square here.